If somebody is using 7 marketing companies and they've all failed, what does that tell you? So today's episode, we're going to be talking about that. This is going to be a fun one. Stay tuned. Welcome back to another episode of Dental Marketing Go. I'm your host, Gary Bird. I'm the owner of SMC National, where we help offices just like yours level the playing field against the big guys out there so you can grow the way that you want, but you can't grow if you're going to fire us. And I say that in jest, but you can't grow if you're going to fire 7 marketing companies. Listen, here's what I've come to learn. Dental offices don't like doing the basics. Everybody wants the shiny new technology. Everybody wants a new AI thing. Everybody wants the new software. Everybody wants the new tech. Everybody wants the new system, the new systems book, the new scaling up, the new traction book, whatever it is. Everybody wants the new thing, but nobody, or very few people, want to go back and focus on the basics. And that's what's going on here in this particular instance of an office that has failed with 7 different marketing companies now. Now, is it possible to hire 1 or 2 marketing companies and fail because the marketing company failed? Absolutely. Happens all the time. A lot of fly-by-night marketing companies out there that don't understand dental. But 7, now you're starting to realize if you have 7 failed marriages, you're probably the problem, right? And so that's what's happening here. And really what it boiled down to was the basics. So as I started to dig into this and look into this account, I realized very, very quickly that this office was, number one, not doing the basics. So what is that? Well, one, they're not answering the phone and responding to patients. That's number one. They're missing the bulk of their calls. Number two, when the people do answer the phone, their team is not trained. So we would go in and train the people how to answer the phones, and then they'd have other people answer the phones that weren't trained. And that would just lead with insurance questions and lead about pricing and lead just basically weed out the good patients, right? They would ask, listen, dentists hate insurances, but the first question that every dental office asks is, what is your insurance? Right out of the box, right? And it's like, you hate insurances, but you're the first thing you bring up. And then you wonder why patients are curious about insurance when they come into the office. Well, it's because your team's leading with that. And so that was the first level of problem. Then the next level of problem is they didn't know how to sell treatment. They did not know how to sell treatment to somebody who is not insurance driven. So here's the problem is that most dental offices that are patient referral driven or insurance driven, and then they try to add marketing on top of that, they think that those marketing patients want to be treated just like their patient referral patients or the insurance-driven patients. And nothing could be further from the truth. So why? Why is that? Why are they different? Well, one of the biggest reasons is the insurance-driven patient, when you're treating the patient versus, I should say this. You treating the insurance versus treating the patient is a massive, massive difference. That's a massive difference. So when the insurance patient comes in and you're just like, oh, this is what your insurance will cover, let's do this. They say yes every single time. And you're like, yeah, we're winning. Well, no, you're not really winning. You just did the bare minimum that the insurance would cover. What about all the other work that the patient needs done to be healthy? You don't even bring it up because you're scared to bring it up. So you're not really doing what's best for the patient. You're doing what's easiest for you and best for the insurance. And that's a problem. And then a patient comes in that isn't insurance focused, and you don't even know how to have a conversation with them. And then you're like, well, marketing doesn't work. No. You don't know how to run a business. You do not know how to do basic things inside of your business and teach your team. And you allow you're setting your team up for failure is really what it boils down to. So what do we have to do? How do we solve this? Well, number one, we have to be realistic. If you have failed over and over and over and over and over again with marketing companies, you have to look and say, okay, I'm the problem. I got to fix some things. Number two, you have to set your team up for success. What does that look like? Well, do they answer the phones? Do you look at basic business numbers every day? Every day I look at numbers inside of my business and numbers inside of each of our clients' businesses every single day. And it's like, okay, well, you're not answering 40% of your calls. Of course, marketing's not going to work. When you do answer, the people that are answering the phone are not following the basic scripting to be successful. You're not going to be successful ever. You're losing every single time with that strategy. But you don't even know, you're not even curious to know if your team's doing a good job or not. Or you're not even holding them accountable to the most basic thing inside of their business. And then you're wondering why you're failing. And listen, this isn't one or two people we're talking about in the dental industry. This is 70% of the dental industry is in this position. And what really the reason I might be coming off irritated right now, and the reason I'm coming off irritated is then we blame marketing. And listen, there's times to blame marketing. I have no problem getting on here and telling you, hey, this is how to pick a marketing company. Here's people. Here, you got to really watch for these kind of people. You got to be careful of this. This is not right to do things this way. I'm all for that. But when you're failing over and over and over again with your marketing, could it be a you thing? And it's easier just to fire an external company than hold your team accountable. I get that. It is way easier, but it doesn't lead to your success. It just makes you feel good in the moment. Then you bring on another marketing company and another whole setup cost and another, and you just, same thing happens again. Guess what? Guess what that means? It means you are failing internally. So anyways, thanks for letting me rant today. I mean, this made me feel really good. So it made me feel better. Hopefully it made you feel better. If you would like the resources to make your team better, I have all of them. I have all the trainings, I have all the SOPs, and I give them away for free. Why do I do that? Because I want to see people get better, but it doesn't work if you don't hold your team accountable. So if you want those, comment below. I got the phone scripting training, the phone answering training, I should say. All the phone scripts are in there. I got the how to get more patient referrals. I have the customer service. We have the going out of network course. We have the treatment presentation course. We have all these courses for your team, but they only work if you hold your team accountable. But if you put them in and you use them and you hold your team accountable, you will grow, guaranteed. Even without marketing, just putting those things into place, you'll grow right out of the box. And then from there, you add marketing on top of it, then you can see some serious growth. So anyways, thanks for letting me rant and rave today. And drop a comment below. It helps us. Subscribe, like, or let me know, hey, Gary, you're mean. You got on here today and just yelled at us today. That's okay, too. I'd love to hear that. Have a great day.